Going on, guys? Nick D here with the Brewery Recording Studio. Today is going to be my first video. It's going to be a tutorial video of many tutorials to come. In these videos, I'm basically going to be going over anything from production tips and techniques to mixing techniques to just like some synth sounds and patch ideas, sound design ideas, pretty much a little bit of everything. I'll be going over a lot of stuff that a lot of tips and tricks that I use in my own productions and beat making every day, and hopefully you could take some of this stuff with you and just tighten up the beats a little bit. And fuck, god damn it. What's going on, guys? It's Nick D with the Brewery Recording Studio here. This is my first tutorial video of many videos to come. In these tutorials I'll be going over anything from production techniques and mixing techniques to maybe some synth sounds and patches to some sound design, pretty much a little bit of everything. These are things that I use in my beat making every day. Hopefully that you guys can take with you and put it into your own beats. But the first thing we're going to be going over, and this is what this video is actually about, is a process called Sidechain Compression. Basically what it is we're going to be using a sound in our beat. In this instance, it's going to be our kick drum, and that kick drum is going to trigger a compressor that is going to be on a different sound. And in this instance, that other sound is going to be this lead track I have here. So I have this like dance trappish type beat up here. Shit. Let's see. Let's go back to this real quick. Yeah, so I got this beat up here. I'm gonna play a little bit for you, and you're gonna kind of see exactly what I'm talking about with this sidechain compression. So here, the lead part we're gonna play kind of sounds like this, and I'm gonna play it by itself first, and then afterwards I'm gonna add the kick drum, and then we'll get into actually what I'm doing. So here is let me play the whole thing. This is the whole part together, and then I'll kind of solo out the parts we need. Alright, sorry my computer was glitching a little bit there. I think I may have, no, never mind. A lot of CPUs getting used for some reason. Anyway, god damn it. So yeah, so you hear the track, that kind of lead sounds like a balloon deflating here. So what we're going to do is take my kick drum, which is down here, and we're going to use that to kind of duck this lead sound out a little bit. So anytime anytime the kick drum hits, that lead sound, the volume is going to decrease a little bit. So the kick drum can come through harder and be more present. This is real big in the EDM scene, especially tracks that have a real like 4 on the floor beat, just because in those style tracks the kick is really what kind of pushes and drives the whole tune. So you really want to hear that, and you want to bring focus to that kick drum and kind of bring the kick drum out front in your mix. So this is a really easy way to do it, and it gives it an effect which is called pumping or breathing, which is, if you have like an audio background as far as engineering, then pumping and breathing, you're taught is a bad thing. If you're using say you're compressing a vocal or whatever you're compressing, and you hear that effect, then you're basically using the compressor wrong. But in this case, that pumping or breathing sound we're going to use to our advantage, and it's going to make our kick drum pop a little bit more. So let's get right into this. So you'll see here I have a couple kick tracks. One is called kick sub, one is kick low, and then I also have up here, there's this track that's called, you can't really see the full name, but it says Sidechain Kick. So what I do, and you don't have to do this, but this is just how I set up my sessions and work with side chaining. So I have kick low, which is the sound that you do here, and kick sub is just like an 808. This is a trap track, so you got to have the 808. Sorry again for the glitching. Cool. And up here, Sidechain Kick, basically what I've done is I've taken the kick low track and copied it up here onto another audio track. And I did not, I did cut out like these doubles here. I kept it more straightforward. But yeah, so anyway, I have another track up here, and I've brought the volume all the way down. In Ableton, if you look up here, this is where they put your volume on this window. So I brought the volume all the way down, so we're not hearing the volume. I mean, we're not hearing that, that sound at all. So now what we're going to do is, since I have my track set up, that my controller, I guess you could say, I'm going to go to my lead track now. And I already have a whole bunch of stuff on here. But let's see, where is this one? Sidechain Kick. I'm going to shut this compressor off too. I actually have two sidechains going, one for a kick and a snare. We're not going to go over a snare today. It's exactly the same thing that we're doing right now. Instead of adding it to the kick drum, you add it to the snare track. And you could add this to anything on in your session. It doesn't have to be always the kick and some sort of lead or whatever. You could, if you're using the kick, it could be the kick and the percussive element like hi-hats or anything, literally anything. You could use any part of your session to basically control the volume of another part of your session, in the dumbest sense, I guess. But anyway, so let's do this. So we go to the lead track, and I just am using Ableton's compressor. And in 9, they do have a couple other options. The glue compressor is fantastic. I'm not sure why I didn't use it. I have it here. I'm not sure why I didn't use it for the sidechain. But regardless, it'll all do the same exact thing. And in your DAW, you may have a different compressor. If you're not using Ableton, this will work in any single DAW. Just find a compressor that you have in your system that does have a sidechain input. So here we go. I'm using the compressor. I'm going to click this button that says sidechain here to enable it. And the audio from, I'm going to select Sidechain Kick, which is already selected, but we'll select it again. So Sidechain Kick. So now I'm telling this compressor that I want the input, the sidechain input, to receive the information from Sidechain Kick, the audio or the signal from Sidechain Kick. Since the volume is all the way down, we won't hear the kick drum, but it will still get fed to the compressor that's on our lead track. So here we go. I'm going to solo out the lead track, and I'm going to play it without the compressor, and then I'm going to engage the compressor. We may have to actually turn this up a bit. Here we go. Okay, so yeah, there's our lead. That is our balloon deflating lead. And now we're going to engage the compressor, and you're going to start hearing something happen to this sound. And basically what it is every time the kick drum is hitting, you won't hear the kick drum, but since this lead is the only thing solid, but every time it does hit, this lead is going to dip out in volume a little bit. Now, I'm not sure how easy that is to hear. I mean, I hear it great through my equators right now, but I'm not sure how easy it is for you guys to hear, but it is happening. Let me see. I'm going to try to make this pretty drastic so you could really hear it, and I'm also going to lower this volume a bit. So here we go. And how you adjust how much or how little this effect happens, or in other words, how much pumping or breathing you want to get, that's going to be with your compressor settings, just like you normally set the compressor. So you want to really try to get your attack and release dialed in correctly to how much you want it to pump or breathe or swell. So let's see. I'm going to kind of make this a little drastic so you guys can really hear what's going on. Okay, so I'm sure now you could definitely hear it coming in and out. I'm going to bring this up a little bit because I would never use that much. Or maybe I would, but not now. Okay, so now let's play this with the kick. Actually, let's just play with the drums here. Let's just take out our vocals. So let's just play that with the drums. Great. So now I'm going to turn the snare sidechain on, and I did the same exact thing, but instead I have a track called Sidechain Snare, which is, you know, just the snare track, I think, in every downbeat. And then I just turn the volume all the way down again. Same exact thing. And on the lead track, so now I have two happening here. And it sounds like that. And if we shut them off, you can kind of hear it here. I have the output of my compressors up a little loud too, the makeup gain here, so it sounds lower, but the pumping and breathing effect was not happening there. Cool, yeah, so I mean, that's pretty much it. You could use this on, you know, any type of track. This isn't just a dance or EDM or trap technique. You could use it in hip-hop beats. You can use it in anything. It's just a tool for you to be able to control, you know, the volume of one instrument or sound in your session with or by another instrument or sound in your session. So yeah, use this and stay tuned for the next tutorial video. I'm not sure what it's going to be on. They're all just going to kind of be random and vary, I guess, on what I'm doing that week as far as my own projects. So any cool thing that I learn or come across, you know, as I'm just going to teach to you guys, and stuff that I already do know, that's going to be kind of, you know, the week to week videos. But yeah, enjoy it. Sidechain Compression, tell your friends about it. We'll be back. All right, take care.